What is going on, everybody? And the camera is just not working with me today. I don't know what the deal is. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is another wonderful Sunday. Another wonderful Good Morning Brick World. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate you here very, very, very much. Yeah. Woo. Another week is flown by. I got to tell you, it's freaking me out how fast this year is going. I mean, it's July, everybody. Like another 2 months, we're going to be right into fall. You know, we're going to be jumping into fall. It's just wild to me that even with Brick World Chicago is just already passing behind. You look behind you, and there it goes. It's just further and further away. But yes, thank you everybody for being with us. And I would like to say good morning to my panel as well. Good morning, panel. How are y'all doing?
Morning.
Morning, Jay.
It always trips me out too because Jay is on the complete opposite side of America than Brick Babe and I. So it's just, I always feel for Jay thinking about how early it is over there.
I mean, on the plus side, I struggle to wake up at 6:30, but it helps me get started to my day, and then I'm done.
Well, your commitment is definitely noted. There's no doubt about that. Also,
promo. Good Morning Brick World helps you get started with your day.
Yeah, man. I tell you, whatever perks you in the morning. If it's coffee, some people drink some tea. Some people just drink water. Some people like, some soda pop, whatever you call it in your neck of the woods. It's pretty wild. Because my family was in the military, so I moved around a lot. And everywhere I went, it seemed like somebody would call soda a different type of name,
Yes.
I often tell a story about when I was down south and I was in Alabama and I went to a casino and the waitress asked me what I wanted to drink and I was like, I'll take a soda. And she's like, what? Like a soda? She said like soda water. First she went, you must be a Yankee. I was like, huh? She literally said that to me. I was like, what? It's like I just wanted to drink. Anyways, it just
for wanting,
but sometimes I tell my friends, in different parts of the world, because America is so big that not only do we have different twang in our voice in some places, if you go down south, it's like yeehaw, that's probably stupid. I don't think a lot of people actually go yeehaw down south. I can't do a southern accent very good sometimes. Every time I do a southern accent, I sound like a Southern belle. I'm like, I do declare it's so hot down here. But then you go up into like Massachusetts and they're like, let's get in the car, go to the bar. It's just our country's so big, you have different dialects. And then some places there's different slang and different terminology for things.
Where we live.
I don't think they say it anymore, but I remember in California when I was younger, these a lot in different places they call women, they call them Betties.
Yeah, that's more it's kind of died out, but it's more so up north and up in the Bay Area still. You'll random, especially in Too Short songs.
Oh geez. But yeah, so and obviously it's just different slang in different places, you know what I mean? So, but it's a cool thing. It's just sometimes it's hard to keep up. I don't even know where I was going with that. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So before we get started, everybody, I just want to let everybody know that today we were going to be talking about displays for our Lego. I actually have quite a few little bullet points here of some questions and points about how everybody might do their display and what it's all about, what it may cost, what kind of display is better than others, how much room do you have? Do you got a dust, or do you keep it in glass? We're going to talk about those things. But before we get into it, I did want to ask my co-host how their week has been. So we'll start with Jay. Jay, how has your week been?
I don't remember it.
Okay.
That good, Jay?
Yes, because it happened so fast. I mean, this week I did do a lot of cleaning, so we could display some space. I was working on what to display, what to pull out of my back stock, and different things of that nature. And I started decorating a little bit for the summertime, so it was a lot.
Sorry, I was paying attention, but I noticed my skull back there isn't lit up, and I was like, wait a minute, why isn't that lit up? I mean, that wouldn't happen to be something cheap I bought at Bricks and Minifigs that just broke all of a sudden, would it?
And on batteries?
Because I will give it a bad review. Well, hey,
You're one of those.
barely had it. It doesn't matter, but yes, I will say though, yeah, the week flew by pretty fast, though. No doubt about that. Brick Babe, how was your week been?
My week was good. No complaints. The heat. I had a mini heat stroke yesterday.
Well, whoa. Are you okay? I mean,
No,
I
I
know
really have a
you're
heat stroke.
sitting here in front of us, but I mean, like, did it, what happened?
I just got really hot. I went to get my mom something from the grocery store just to fix her some breakfast, lunch, whatever it was. And I'm telling you, it was so hot going from the parking lot into the store. I was like, this is crazy. And the heat hasn't affected me until now. So, but I just got super hot. It didn't stop me from going to the Lego store later. It didn't stop my program. But I was just like, I got a headache from it. But other than that, I'm working like crazy. Got a few new brand deals this week, so that was exciting.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah,
I'm very happy for you. Congratulations.
thanks. It's been a great
And
week.
I mean, and that's good. You got through the heat stroke thing. Good, made it out of that too. That's good.
Yeah, it wasn't officially a heat stroke, but I just got really, really hot.
Well, make sure you stay hydrated. Everybody, make sure you stay hydrated. If you drink coffee or energy drinks or tea, that dehydrates you too. So stay hydrated.
Okay.
Yeah. And not literally, but figuratively, stay hot out there, everybody.
It is.
I talk about my week, but it's like,
we want to
what's
hear
going
about
on?
it.
Let us
I
know.
mainly, well, for me, it's been mainly a lot of editing. I worked really hard on an intro for Pure Man Fury, and it immediately got copyrighted.
No.
I mean, I wasn't surprised. I just thought I'd have a little bit more time before they got to it. But no, they wasted no time.
They had some free time.
It's all right. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But no, other than that, it just went by really quick. Work's been hectic. And we had the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to everybody out there who celebrated our independence of America. A lot of fireworks. The dog was not having it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We have cats, so they were like, whatever.
Yeah, the cats.
Yeah, it's weird.
Being a thug.
And we have medication to give to her that's for dogs to calm them down and stuff. And we gave it to her early enough, but she just gets so wired, I guess. You know what I mean? And then by the time it started slowing down, that's when it really kicked in because she finally calmed down a little bit. Yeah, and then she was just out. But yeah, it was dude, I'm not gonna lie, it was rough, man. And it really,
They have like thunder jackets that are like give the dogs like hugs and whatnot. Try that.
Yeah, we've got one of those for her too, and we had that on her. But she just kept barking and barking and barking and barking and barking, and just going all over the place. And then she likes look, thunder is one thing. Like if it's thundering, she can come down here and she can like literally sit under the desk by my feet or something like that and just be calm about it, But the fireworks, she just goes crazy. And it got me thinking that I was like, it's not even just about animals. Like there's a lot of veterans that that fireworks can trigger them. You know what I mean? From being in wars and shit. Like it's a big deal. So look, I get the fireworks, of course. I'm not trying to ruin everybody's good time. But I was like, you know what? Maybe it'd be great if we can keep it to just like a certain time frame. And just be respectful, you know what I mean, of everybody else. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old and grumpy. I'm not sure, but I was just thinking about it like the whole time, you know, because they started real early and ended pretty late, you know, and then we even heard some like yesterday, not just Friday, but yesterday too. So I don't know. Anywho, yeah.
They stopped, like, I was surprised over here. It was what, 7 p.m. Even though the sun was still out, they were still shooting off fireworks. They stopped around 11. I've heard only random ones yesterday. Other than that, it's like they just stopped. Right? Like seriously?
We were live on the 4th.
Yes, and you didn't hear anything. Everybody was like, "It was daytime. Let's wait," and then it was just like a whole civil war going on outside.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna get into the bulletin board. Then get into the highs, hellos, how are yous, and good mornings, and yeah, you know, get into the show. First of all, I wanted to apologize for the intro. I did make a new intro, but for some reason, I finished the outro first, the member outro. It rendered that, and then when I went to render the new Good Morning Brick World intro, it like kept freezing up. I don't know the software, so I don't know. I sent a thing to the company, seeing if I can like fix it, or if there's some type of thing going on, or update I need, or something like that. And I don't know. I'll get it worked out. I've had the same software for editing, I don't know, pretty much almost since I've had the channel, and I've not really had any issues for the most part. So, but yeah, I just want to let everybody know that's why the intro was the same one as last week, but it's still got all the new sigfigs in it. So hold on a second. There we go.
Still fire.
Like, what am I doing? Also wanted to say thank you to the replay gang. We love you so much. Every week, you just continue to show me how strong the replay game GAME is, and I appreciate that very, very much. I appreciate all of you. Please support our co-hosts. All the links to their stuff is in the description below. And you can go find places that you can go and help them out, support them. I don't know, you know, follow them or whatever they call it in each different social media aspect. If you'd like to support me, you can become a member. You can subscribe to the channel. You can like the stream. You can throw out a super chat. We got awesome, super funny clips. You can think about us before you go to sleep at night. When you're sitting down eating dinner with people, you can spread the love and tell them all about Good Morning Brick World and that really awesome host called Brick Hive. No, I'm just kidding.
I like that.
No, seriously, tell them about all of us, Brick Babe and the Quarter Brick as well. Also, tell them about LegoLongoria, who is not with us today because he is traveling.
Yes.
So we wish him safe travels and hope he's doing well. Or our other co-host, Drewdawgs, which he seemed to have fallen into a black hole of marriage and house buying. One day we shall see him again, I hope.
Newlywed high.
I'm just kidding. It's not a black hole. It's a beautiful unity between two people and a piece of paper and a couple of rings. And I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, everybody. I am also married. Trying to be funny.
You're okay.
Also, our other co-host, Brick Mamba, but he is in Vegas
Celebrating his wife.
Mamba. And you know what they say about Vegas? We don't talk about Vegas. No, I'm just kidding. I hope everybody's having fun. That is not on the show right now. I mean, dude, LegoLongoria is like probably driving, so I don't know how much fun he's having right now, but it doesn't matter. Hope he's having fun in spirit. By the way, he got a new tattoo. It was sweet.
That was cool.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. But anyways, yes, everybody, support all of us if you can in any way you can. And I will tell you the best way, as always, you can is just to watch us. Engage with us. Your time is everything, and we appreciate it very much. Also, if you'd like your sigfig to be in the intro to Good Morning Brick World, or any other video that I may put out. It might be a stop motion. It might be a city update. I don't know. Who knows what it is. I've even had them in my weekend reviews that I put out, that I used to put out, that I'm hopefully going to put out again here soon. But if you would like to send your sigfig to definitely be in the Good Morning Brick World intro, you can send it to the P.O. box in the description below. All right. That is the bulletin board, everybody. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Is my
Let's
sorting
go ahead.
too loud?
I'm sorry.
Is my sorting too loud? I can mute myself.
Right. I don't know. It's probably both of our sorting.
Maybe the chat should tell us. Chat, is her sorting
Chat.
too loud?
Is my sorting too loud? I don't want to be rude.
And look, we need everybody out in the chat to be honest. Don't be nice. Don't be nice to be like, oh, it's not that bad.
About Brick Road, Chicago, honest. Let the streets talk.
Man, I'll tell you what. That just made me think
Say it to my
about.
face this time.
I went up to a drive-thru the other day, and they had this old clanky speaker. You know, and they're all like, it's like, what? All right, everybody. Hopefully the music's not too loud. If the music's too loud, just let me know, and I'll be like,
Okay,
all right, let's get into these good mornings, highs, hellos, and how are yous. Cajun A-Fall. Have a great Sunday morning, everybody. Good morning, Cajun A-Fall. How are you doing? We got Papa Trip out there. You know what, Papa Trip? You're such a good friend. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all the support and everything you do for me. Not only that, you make me feel like a good person. I appreciate that. And you also encourage bad behavior, and that's fine. Papa Trip, good morning. He says, good morning, Brick World friends. I'll be replay this week while watching the F1 British GP at Silverstone. Have a fun stream and safe week ahead. Okay. Yeah, this F1 stuff, man. Look, I'm not gonna hate you if you love F1. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just like I don't hate on the people that like watching the box cars or whatever they called. Just go round and round 500 times in a row. Right. That's fine if you like that, man. But I'm just like, I've never really even heard of F1 being popular in the very least until just the last several months.
A couple of months ago, literally.
Where did that come
Even they
from?
had that reality show, you didn't hear about them.
Right.
Where did that come from?
This is recent.
I've always known about F1 being out. Have the Grand Prix, but I feel like I don't know.
I'm not gatekeeping because I don't care. It's not like I hate it, but I don't really like it either. But I'm just like, yeah, where did this come from? It's like those Labubu's. Where did this stuff come from, man?
Oh no.
Where?
Boo-boos.
It doesn't matter. I'm being ridiculous. All right,
I couldn't talk. They were there on the first in the mall. It was like I had to get past the Labubu crew just to get to the Lego store. I'm like, I'm just as guilty, guys.
Labubu's out of my way, Labubu.
40-year-olds. Hey guys,
coming through.
And one of our co-hosts is trolling us. So
yes.
Hope you're having fun, Mama.
Man. I hope you're having fun too, man. I hope you're having a really good time.
While we're here,
Vegas with Mrs. Brick Mamba. How can you not have a good time? All right. We got to get back to the show. All right. Mayo, good morning to you. Hashtag pre-play gang. I appreciate that. I feel like the ACOB boys came up with a pre-play gang, but I'm not for sure. But I really feel like they did. Blue out there, been a member for 40. Oh my God, 4 months. That's older than some of the people probably watching the show, man. You know what? And just for that, let's go ahead. Let's do a super clip. What kind of super clip should we do?
Superman, that's coming up. You have a Superman?
Oh man, I should do a Superman clip. I can't believe I don't have a Superman clip. Huh. That is so wild. Well, let's just go ahead and do let's do some Tron. We'll do some Tron. That's a good one. I know it's not a traditional donation, but it's a donation to my heart. So thank you, Blue. I appreciate your constant support. I really appreciate that. I don't know how to put it into words right now. Let's see here. Mayo says, good morning, Brick World. Big Nate Bricks in the house says, hey, good morning, Brick World. We appreciate it.
Hey, Big Nate.
Hope you're doing well, my friend. My bricks and me. What is going on? Good morning to you. Just happy Sunday. Brickz by Dre. What's going on, Dre? How you doing? Good morning, Brick World. Happy Sunday.
Hi, Dre.
So, and the new, I feel like we'd all appreciate this, but Dre just made me think about it. And the new Good Morning Brick World intro that I could not render yet.
It's coming.
But I did something, and I wasn't sure. I was really battling with if I should do it or not. So I bought a custom Prince minifig from Eclipse Graphics, I think.
Or was it Citizen Brick?
I can't remember if it was or Citizen Brick. I can't remember which one it was. God dang it, man. I feel kind of bad. Hold on a second, everybody. Just wait. I want to make sure I get it right. Citizen Brick. Yes.
Citizen Brick. I dressed Andre up as Prince one year.
But I was battling taking Prince out, and I finally did it because you can't just put it back in. You know what I mean? Like you gotta rip it open. But you know what? I was like, look, I know that like the collector in me or whatever was battling trying to open this thing, but you know, I bought it because I wanted Prince to be in the intros in the city. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, so Prince is in the new intro, and like you know how like this is the music that plays for the intro. It stops for just a second. I'm hoping it won't get copyrighted, and I put like a quick little like quip of like up one of the Prince songs. I can't remember if it was When Doves Cry or something, but like you'll know what it is if you hear it. But I'm hoping it's short enough that it won't get clipped for copyright. But.
Well, I wonder if someone plays the guitar if they can do the quick riff and it won't get copyrighted.
I don't know. I'm so used to them hitting me with copyrights all the time.
Use AI music.
Yes.
I use AI music all the time.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been thinking about that just for other things as well. But I haven't found a program that's free that I can use, you know, that's good or whatever. So I'm working on it. Where was I? Oh yeah, we were talking about Prince. Macro out there. What's going on, Macro? Here, you get an air horn, man.
Hey, Macro.
Hope you're doing well, my friends. Let's see here. Multicasm Geek out there says, "Happy Sunday, Brick World." Happy Sunday to you too. Appreciate you, man. Hope everything's okay. Hope you're doing well. Old Man in the Brick says, "Morning from the pond, all. I'm so American. I got my fish swooped up at a bald eagle this morning." Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, look, I posted something on Friday about you know, this old couple, total boomers. I mean, look, and I'm saying boomers, and you guys see the gray in my beard. But yeah, like the entire wardrobe they were wearing was completely like American flag stuff, and like dude behind him was like putting his hand on his heart, and I was like, "I pledge allegiance to your clothes," you know.
Whoa.
No, I mean, look, but if it's just to be funny, it's not like I don't have, you know, pride in being an American and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, clearly America has their issues, but yeah, I love our country. You know, I love our freedoms that we have, and I don't take them for granted. That's why I posted that joke, because in this country, you can post a joke about your country, and we can all laugh about it and still be patriotic. You know, anyways, but yeah, we did a lot of celebrating, a lot of grilling, a lot of appreciating our freedoms. Let's see here. Dan Hall says, "Good morning. Let's see, what's up, guys? Love watching this every Sunday morning because of the honesty you bring to the TV Lego family." Well, thank you, Dan. Thank you. You know, we try and talk about important issues from time to time, bring some different perspectives to the table, you know, which is the point, you know. I mean, my biggest thing is, why would you want everybody to be the same? You know, how boring is that? You know, and it's fine to disagree on things. You know, you just have to act like adults about it. Smokey.
Okay.
What's going on, Smokey? Good morning to you. It's good to see you. Ultra Bricks in the house. Afternoon, all. Afternoon to you as well. Two Humble Bricks. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Good to see you. Who else is out there? Chef T, what's cooking? Says good morning, Brick people. Good to see you as well, my friend. Hoarder 66 in the house. What is up? How you doing? Still one of the best names out there, Hoarder66. I mean, you know, if you're a Star Wars fan, you understand what it means. But no more bricks. What is going on, my friend? Good morning, Brick Road from Mount Vernon.
Nice.
Where's that at? I'm stupid with geology.
Geography, sir.
I feel like it's Texas. Is that in Texas?
Where?
Mount Vernon.
I thought Mount Vernon was in Virginia.
Man, I don't know where the hell anything is. Somebody in the chat tell me where Mount Vernon is, please.
It's right by us in Virginia.
I swear, I don't know. You know what?
It could be more than one Mount Vernon.
You know, people already know I'm an idiot. I try not to keep proving them, but unfortunately,
You're the kid you're never beaten to alligator.
Pink Will's out there. Good morning, Pink Wills.
Morning, Pink Wheels.
I hope you're doing well, my friend. It's good to see you. Who else we got? Oh my goodness, we got ACOB in the house.
Hey.
Sean the right way saying morning, everybody. Sean, we appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Who else is out there? Pizza Petey. Oh, what's going on? It says, please stay hydrated. Yes, please, everybody. Stay hydrated. I mean, look, I know that sounds like a silly thing to say, like whatever, but it really is important, especially if you're outside doing stuff. And this is something I've been learning as I've been getting older. So when I was growing up, I was a skateboarder and I always did a lot of stuff, working in kitchens. I was always drinking a lot of water. And then for some reason, the last few years or whatever, I just haven't drank as much water. And yeah, and that does a lot to your body when you start getting dehydrated. It's like no joke. Anyways, let's see here. I'm chilling right now. I'm not opinionated about how to display Lego. I mean, it'll be an interesting discussion, I promise. Pickle says my dogs went nuts all night long in the neighborhood, kept doing fireworks last night too. Yeah, I mean, look, and I will say this, even when I say fireworks, Xana wasn't going crazy with every firework. It was just the ones that were really loud, like the ones that really pop,
like missiles.
Yeah, I mean, with other stuff, you know, like especially smaller fireworks that like kids could mess around with, snakes and whatever the other ones are called, you know what I mean, like sparklers and like, or even like smaller firecrackers. Like, no, I don't think that was really too big of a deal. But man, once they started getting bigger, she just, you know, and I've noticed, because I've had different dogs throughout my life, and I've seen how they act differently. Some, like the last dog we had, Zoe, she would kind of curl up in a corner and just, she'd shake or whatever, but she wouldn't bark. But man, Xana, dude, you'd think she was just out there. Every single one that she heard, she was like, like our dog was cursing so bad. She wanted to fight somebody, man. It was crazy. All right, let's see here. Big Nate says ads are killing me. They keep loading and then freezing up. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Big Nate. I'm so sorry. Lonely One Kenobi says good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you doing? You're doing well. Let's see here. Now that's a trigger. Best to him and thank you. Oh yeah. Jesse's Brick Galaxy out there. Good morning, y'all.
Morning, Jesse.
Good morning, Jesse. Hope you're doing well. I've been seeing a lot of your mocks around lately. Good stuff. Supporting all in the community is free of charge. Yeah, right? It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Ivan, good morning. How are you doing? Says good morning, Brick World. Happy Sunday. Good morning to you. Click and Cliff in the house. What's going on? Good morning. IBrick UBrick. What's going on, Brick Mamba? Hope you're doing good.
Being a hater.
Oh, shoot, man. He says that it's way too loud. It took me forever to get to that comment.
Just hating.
Oh, or he's talking about you.
Yes, he's talking about me.
Oh, my bad.
Am I sorting? Just being a hater.
I guess, you know, just keep it down, you know, and don't want to, don't want to make them.
It's too loud. He said it's way too loud. Not even loud. Way too loud.
Bricks of the Dead. Good morning to you as well. Thank you for being here, my friend. What else? Who else we got there? Scott's Blocks. What's going on, Scott? Good to see you. Good to see you. Cool Hand Luke Bricks. What's up, people? Yeah, so later on today, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be hanging out with him on his show. If you have time, definitely go over there and check it out. Apparently, everybody wants me to reiterate my opinions about that disgusting, ugly, monstrous, scary, nightmare fuel, just bad faith, bad shame Lego set that they call an Ewok.
That was rough. That was made off of someone's memory. Gots to be.
I thought it was cute. That's the little furry guy, right?
You know, it's a little furry guy.
Yeah, I thought he was cute.
The Star Wars Furby.
I'm a warzy, so I know.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, some people like it, and that's great. That's great. It just kills me. I can't stand it, man. It's so ugly looking.
I'm still gonna get it, but
yeah, no, I know.
That's how they get you.
And you know what? Look, here I was telling a friend that it is my curse. It is my curse. Look, because of my general nature, and especially because of, Purient Fury, people really love to shove that Ewok or Ewok stuff in general down my throat. They enjoy it. Even my own fans, people that love me, just love to hey, here's an Ewok. Look at it. Because we know it drives you insane. So it is my curse, and I accept it. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Anyways, I think we got to the bottom of the chat. I think we're good. We can turn off.
We did.
All right. Glad we got through that. Man, I felt a lot of stuff coming back, and it was triggering me. Anywho, I really appreciate everybody being here and supporting the show and supporting all of us. I know I say it all the time, but it is important that we appreciate you very much. That being said, I do think it's about time. Yeah, we got stuff going on in Lego news, everybody. Who would have thought more new stuff with Lego? It's almost like it happens like every almost week at this point. All right. I think we knew about the flying car. We talked about that. Amazon counters, blah, 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 blah. A day at the new Lego Discovery. Okay, we're kind of moving past that stuff right now. Lego Shop, Westville Center, Hamburg, 5% instant discount for insiders. I mean, that's great. But now this is the Discovery Center. And, I know this might sound bad, but I feel like I can't distinguish right now what the difference is between the Discovery Centers and a Lego store. Like, is it just more stuff to do?
Maybe Discovery's geared more to the kids.
The STEM stuff, maybe.
Yeah, like a hands-on thing.
Some like parties.
I mean, I can only think just because there must be more activities.
Yeah.
Because if it was just something about it was just a bigger place to buy more stuff, it would just still be called a Lego store. And, et cetera, et cetera. Because I don't.
Also, not all Lego have the build your own minifig too. So I think that's probably one where you could specifically go to build your own minifig.
Well, they have those in the Lego store here in the west side. They don't have it at Brick Babe's Lego store, but they have it at the one that's close to like me and
it's not close to me anymore, of a closet. Huh? My store is the size of a closet.
It is small. It is small. That's why I like. That's why I like the other one better. Let's see. I think we might have discussed this castle that got approved. Oh wait, architecture castle officially unveiled. So yeah, this is the official Lego set. I will say this is absolutely beautiful.
That's really. I like the technique that they're doing.
Yeah, and it goes back to stuff I've been talking about if you wanted to build a city and you don't have a lot of room, building a miniature city is the way to go. To the point where I have tons of room, but I think I still want to try eventually to get into a miniature city. I don't know what it is. I absolutely love miniature stuff. So when I was younger, I would collect castles that were made out of like metal or whatever. Like they'd be like the size that you could put in the palm of your hand. I just used to always love finding these different castles that were sculpted and all that. So this is great. Well, I don't know what, I'm sure in American money, that's going to be probably close to $300. So that's
$316.
God dang it, dude. Dude. I'm just disappointed. I'm not surprised.
How many pieces is it?
Like 3,000 or whatever, but look at
That's not that
but it's because it's got a 3,000 pieces because it's all these little tiny pieces. Yeah, that's gonna rack up. All right, anyways, it's nice. This is interesting. First Lego Discovery Center Hamburg bricks.
And we have some follow-up on the Discovery Center versus the Lego Center.
Oh yes. I can't see the chat. Can anybody
Odie said, Multigasm Geek said the Discovery Centers are more interactive for kids and have activities. And then IBrick UBrick, who has a 7-year-old, said Discovery is an interactive play place and their store is a gift shop.
Okay. That's cool.
Well, what's the Lego Center?
Man, I don't know. It doesn't even matter. I mean, Lego stores alone, I don't know where they're at now. But they've got to be pushing 120 to 130.
They just opened some new ones too. Every time I'm insane. On IG, I see people. I'm getting a Lego store. I'm getting a Lego
Great.
store.
I almost want to pull up the numbers. You know what? I do. I know we're just stopping the stream for this, but I want to pull up the numbers for a second. Hold on.
No, that's important. We want to know.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Where we can go.
I just need to check something just for clarity. Okay.
Jen, I got it.
Because it's like one of those things where is it like a new Lego store? Like 5 Lego stores are opening every 2 months, like a year.
So somebody got the Lego stores number? I don't know if that's what you just said. You got it.
Throw it out in the chat if you haven't.
Well, I'm getting ready to pull it up. I just pulled up a different number.
Never mind.
How many?
And it's only in the US or in general?
No, in the world.
I'm pretty sure they have it on their site. Let me see.
No way, dude.
Let's see which number do you have?
No way. All right, you guys ready for this?
Yep.
Okay, so I looked up 2 numbers.
Yep.
All right. I looked up how many Apple stores are there in the world because I wanted to compare it because I tried to think of a name brand, something everybody would be like, so I picked Apple. So I looked up Apple and then I looked up Lego stores. Okay. So Apple, there's over 500 Apple stores worldwide.
That's it.
Okay. It says Apple has 534 stores across 27 countries and regions. Okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are currently 1,031 Lego branded stores globally.
Nice. And that's just last year?
Huh?
That's just the last
year? I don't know. It just says currently.
I'm looking at the Lego website. They reported in 2023 they opened 147 new stores, but in total, this is March of 2024. In total, they had 1,031.
The reason
making out 150 stores a year.
Yeah. So the reason why this is important to me is because I feel like there's no doubt that this goes into the cost of what Lego charges. It goes into their funds, to expand, whether it's building, distribution centers or building more Lego stores or building 10 life-size F1 cars that, have hundreds of thousands of bricks a piece and they got to pay somebody to build it.
Makes sense.
you know.
I feel like that's their way of justifying it. Like, oh, we have to spend this much money on this building and that. And it's like, okay.
I mean,
people buy online anyways, which I think that makes sense for Apple to not have that many stores.
and that's just Lego official stores. That's
Yes.
not Bricks and Minifigs. That's
Yeah.
not any. That's not your Walmart, your Targets. That's not your mom and pop stores. You know, toy stores. You know what I mean? Like, so I just thought that was kind of relevant in the conversation. So, real quick, while I'm out here and looking at the chat, I see Nick and Bricks out there. Good morning to you. And most of the stores are in China. That is also a relevant point. Lego and China made like a huge deal thing going on, and I think it was because of two things. One, because of how many people were in China, like the market they could have there, and two, they were trying to combat all these knockoff companies. The ones like Lepin's a good example.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I think they were just like, let's speed them to the punch and just put our stuff there, give them jobs. You know, then they can also, you know, have their own, you know, region for Lego stores and toys and stuff like that, and exclusive sets.
Yes. Well,
Even though Lego has told us they're not doing regional exclusives, but who am I to judge?
they're
Who am I
like
to judge Lego?
a week.
Huh?
I think it's like the Lego sets are exclusive for a week because when I went to Costco, the Mario Kart is there.
Yeah.
Like,
How can you compare China with Costco?
Well, I'm just saying because like Lego says, oh, they're hey, look, Costco is from womb to tomb, okay, womb to tomb. So
I'm just hating. I don't have a membership. I'm just a hater.
I am curious because I'm not looking at numbers, so I could just be talking about out of my butt here. But I feel like North America is the biggest buyer of Lego, because I'm not even including just America. I'm including also Canada and, you know, South America as well. You know, or, you know, Mexico. And so I feel like just us as a whole are definitely probably the biggest consumers of Lego as far as buying, you know. But I'm like, is China gonna pass that, man? China's a big country and there's a lot of people in China.
But culturally they don't hoard, for lack of better words. They don't keep type of like American knickknacks that we have. Like, considered knickknacks. But I think like they'll have like the Labubus, no, that's not even
there's another aspect to look at it. Space.
Yes.
Which we'll get into as far as talking about displays stuff later. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have a lot of space, you're only gonna have so much Lego. You know. So that's a good point. Oaktown out there. What's going on, Oaktown? Good morning to you. Good morning. It's good to see you. Mize, good morning to you.
You know,
morning,
all the Animal Crossing hate.
Dude, look at Mayo. My city has one Apple store and 2 Lego stores. Mayo represent. That's great, man. All right, let's get back into it. Let's see. Nothing really else there. Oh, dude, these are very interesting.
That's a good word.
New botanical sets unveiled.
Yeah.
This is
I like that one.
This hibiscus is great. I've been actually kind of wanting to see them do a hibiscus since they've been doing the botanicals. That and the orchid, but they already did the orchid. I've said this time and time again, but they're crushing it on the botanicals, man. They've done so many different botanicals.
But I don't know that anyone that looks like the knockoff ones that they have.
What do you mean?
No, it does. I don't know. Maybe it's because the pictures. Yeah, it kind of looks like, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. It does. That box art.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Wow.
I'm kind of somebody took on their like kitchen table or the counter.
Yeah.
Put a cheap background behind it. Do better, Lego.
It was made with
better, Lego.
It's not like the Animal Crossing box art. Now that tells a story. It gives you so much more.
What is it? That AI intern?
I don't know. Brick Babe is speaking that foreign language again.
Not like that.
Yeah, that Animal Crossing stuff. I don't know what's going on there.
You gotta bleep that out every time she says Animal
Oh
Crossing.
yeah, Animal.
It's a curse word.
I don't know, man. I like these. I'm not gonna lie. The box art is kind of lame, but what are you gonna do? Lego Super Mario Summer sets introduced. I mean, some people are really down with this kind of stuff.
Like who? Is there anyone in the chat? Because I'm like, I'll take the pink tote, but Mario Kart, these little mini ones,
They're cute.
like, can they interact with the other ones though?
They're cute.
I will say that this one right here with the
Yeah, that's the one.
but that reminds me, God, it's showing my age, but there was a cartoon when I was young, when I was a kid, like I don't know, the ages of like 10 or so, and there was like these vehicles, but they also had like these organic like plants or something attached to them. And I remember one of them had like this, like a type of piranha plant connected to it. I don't know. It's really crazy. I can't remember what they're called though.
Not Wacky Races.
No. It was a little, I would say, I know it sounds funny because it was a kid's cartoon, but it was a little more serious than that. Shy Guy and P-Wing. I want the banana peel.
Yeah, but oh yeah,
I would like a bunch of those banana peels.
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Throw them all over the floor.
Dude, they've been rolling out Super Mario stuff for quite a while now.
For years.
And I'm only to assume that it's doing good. Right?
It just seems like an Animal Crossing knockoff. These cars. It just...
Right. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot Animal Crossing stuff.
What we need that live 10-second delay.
I know. It's like the reporter out in the field. And he's like, oh, hey, everybody. What's going on? Yes. Diorama African Savannah. New gift with purchase revealed.
That's cute. You don't like it?
I don't like brick-built animals because they look stupid.
Yeah, that looks a little off.
I mean, can you tell what these are? Yeah, it's an ostrich.
That's an elephant.
But I feel like with that, if you have at least 2 creative sets, you can build this.
Yeah. I mean, no, look. I'm looking at it through a perspective of my own lens, like, whatever. But like, let's say you bought a set. See, there's always 2 sides to see things. I just usually look at one side on one stream and another side on this stream. So you go to the Lego store, you buy whatever, and they hand you this for free. And you're like, cool. Yeah, maybe my little cousin might like this or something. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Yeah, so it's a nice little gift to give somebody. And it's nice. If some little kid just got this for free, well, actually, I don't know. Little kids are different nowadays. If it's not on a screen, I don't know if it's or not. But the point is, it's a nice little gift, for free. Nobody's gonna go buy and spend money on like to get this for free, but whatever.
It's not a set that I'm gonna purposely go out and spend $150 for.
Now, I have to admit, if you're really into the ocean, especially if you had a job to do with the ocean, whatever, this is a nice little thing to put on like your shelf. That's pretty cool. This one also looks nice. But I don't like brick built animals. That bird looks dumb. I'm sorry. That butterfly looks absolutely gorgeous. The frog, good stuff. Classic frog. You can't beat classic frog.
So many uses for the frog. Love it.
Yeah. Frog is just amazing. And yeah, I really love these different butterfly prints that we've gotten and stuff. But the bird, I mean, this whole thing is so beautiful looking. And then like right here, I'm just like, what is okay.
Okay, so wait.
What?
Go back real quick because I have some. I thought it was right here within reach. So what they're doing with the water, is that now a series that they're doing? Because I have that one. The other one.
This one?
Yeah.
I think it is now. So that would be I mean, everything's the same, but the color tone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And the box is different, but whatever. So yeah, that's what they're doing then.
And that's the GW.
Tropical rainforest, coral reef. So you might think this is like the Great Barrier Reef or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff. What else we got going on, dude? These Creator 301 gifts are awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
They're really doing great with these.
Yeah.
And I think these are perfect Lego gifts for your normie per se. Well, because you get 3 different builds you can make out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, when I've bought Creator 3-in-1s, I would say at least 50% of the time, I like one of the alternate builds better than the main one.
Oh yeah.
And then you also have a lot of pieces left over that you can use for mocking and et cetera, et cetera. All right.
I bought 3 of the same one because I wanted to build all of them.
Oh.
I get
that's good. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Lego Formula 1 British Grand Prix 2025 brick built trophies revealed. Good Lord. You guys, I just don't get it. They've infused F1 into so many different themes in Lego right now. I stopped at some stores yesterday just looking for clearance stuff. By the way, there's mad clearance at Walmart and Target right now.
For what Lene it is, right?
What's up?
They have, I think, Lene. Who had the dates for them for all the different stores with the Black Friday?
I have them, but not at mine. Oh yeah, I have the dates.
Well, I'm just saying, go to the stores, check stuff out.
Every store is different too.
Yeah. But at my Walmart, they had so many of those CMF F1 cars. So the little packs.
Yeah.
Just nobody's touching them things. There's some taken, but they're gonna have so much overstock of those. I promise you, they're gonna have a lot of. I mean, dude, at least when you get duplicates in the CMF series, they're cool CMFs. But yeah, here we go with F1 again. Nice.
Are they
trophies?
The car.
What's up?
Are they gonna break them like they did with the car?
I don't know. Last day for the Lego Creator Celebration Fair was actually yesterday. So yesterday was the last day for the Ferris wheel was fireworks for purchase. You definitely probably saw a lot of those being built over the weekend.
Yeah, Lene built it.
Mm-hmm. Lego Insiders Days 2025 announced for July 8th through 17th. Lego has announced that the Lego Insider Days 2025 will be coming next week in response to Amazon Prime Days. Lego will have their own shopping event, which will run from July 8th through the 17th. They have revealed that Lego African Savannah Diorama gift with purchase set will be available during the promo period and will require $150 purchase to get it. We'll have to wait and see what other offers Lego will have when Insider Days start. So yeah, everybody, July 8th through the 17th.
That's a $65 threshold if I've ever seen it.
Yes.
It's not a $150.
So throw that in with something.
Brick Babe, we're talking about Lego. We're talking about Lego.
No.
Who are you to question what this premium, beautiful,
nobody
awesome company would do?
I like the elephant, but I don't like the price.
Pretty sure look at the instructions. You probably have all the pieces.
Yeah, I'm sure. There's nothing exclusive.
There's nothing rare. Maybe the egg if you don't have a Jurassic part.
Dude, I got an egg I can give you.
Yeah, I got an egg.
Yeah. The box art, that's the exclusive part. I'm sure, for a lot of people, if they are collectors or whatever, and plus look, it says limited edition down here. That's
it also it reminds me of the Wonders of the World box too.
So Lego Ideas meteorological. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Observatory achieves 10,000 supporters. Dude, this thing's cool. There's a lot going on in here.
I would take that for sure. Take my money.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of pieces going on in this thing. 3,609. Okay, well,
Oh, if that cable car moves, like how they have the Home Alone.
oh yeah, that's cool though. I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, that's what that does. Yeah, for sure. It would, you can see this right here, so I'm sure it just would go down to here and come back up. It doesn't matter. It's just that's cool. Lego product reveal live stream on July 10th. What? Lego has revealed that there will be a new product reveal live stream on July 10th. It'll be on at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, and there's also a sweepstakes associated with it. There's no info on what it is, but there may be some clues on the page. Well, there you go, everybody.
Last time they did that, it was Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Surprise!
it's gonna be all the new land members. Like, hey,
the caption does read, "See and hear our newest set," and the image shown has some sound. Oh my god, it's gonna be Soundwave. Oh lordy. Oh lordy.
I want
So what
that
is-
new
what is the 10th,
Fortnite Mac. They're giving us too much.
Hold on a second. I got the 10th. The 8th is Tuesday, 9th Wednesday. So that's Thursday.
that's
So
a
Thursday at noon is when they're gonna drop the news. Why Thursday?
it's Friday Junior.
Yeah.
Well,
Why not?
look,
Right.
I want to talk about something for just a second, everybody. So I'm pretty sure they're going to do Generation 1 Soundwave. And I even think it's probably going to look pretty decent. We'll see, but I'm pretty optimistic about it. I'm not really optimistic about the price, but that's just par for the course now for Lego. The biggest thing that me and some others are wondering about is the cassette tapes. Are they going to have them? Are they going to purchase? Or which ones would they have? Because personally, Laserbeak, Ravage, I don't know. I like some of the other ones, but those two are like my top favorites.
Oh, and also for those that don't know, we're talking about Transformers.
Yeah, here, let me show you guys something real quick.
like,
This is important because it's something I really like a lot.
Because they are. Because who all are they missing now?
Well, the other big thing that a lot of us have been talking about is Megatron, because there's no way they're going to do Megatron in Generation 1 because he was a gun.
Oh yeah, no.
So this is for those that don't know, this is Soundwave. By far my favorite Transformer in the whole franchise. Not just because he's cool anyways, but he has one of the coolest sounding voices that I've ever seen as far as like characters go. So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, look. I know. Everybody's gonna think I'm gonna go off. I'm not. I'm gonna let Jay and Brick Babe let us know what they think about it.
I think it's cute. Looks like a little teddy bear. Looks like a little Care Bear.
Okay, yeah, you and teddy bears. Where's your teddy bear? That's what you're gonna get.
I'm a Warzy fan. Oh yeah, here's my teddy bear.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
They talked about this because of his little nubs, but he's a teddy bear. He has a little pot belly, and he's so cute.
That is very cute. That is a very cute bear. I agree. That is super cute. So just people need to acknowledge that. I do think that bear right there is cute.
The Ewok. No.
What you thinking, Jay?
I'm gonna hate by it.
Oh my gosh, Jay.
I like Ewoks. Like that's what when I had a Yorkie, I wanted to name him Ewok because
we get better pictures
because of that color. But it's just like I have a special heart for them, so I'll get that. But they also didn't do a good job with the Chewbacca, so I'm not surprised either.
This is cute. What don't y'all like about it? It's so cute.
Because okay, look at the minifig.
The minifig. Hold on a minute. Let me.
Well, I have the brick head. Somewhere.
I guess. Wait, there is a close.
Yeah.
The brick head is somewhere.
can't make large scale. Well, not can't. You shouldn't make large scale.
I still think it's cute.
You know what I think? I think these people are fake fans. I don't think they're Star Wars fans or Lego fans.
That's
You
why.
see anything Star Wars or Lego in the background here? No.
Those are all, what is it? The standard, the stock photo that they use. They just copy and paste. They just insert it.
Look
Paid
how
out.
happy they are building it. And y'all in here hating. Look at how happy they look.
I'd be happy too if I was paid to buy that. Sponsor me and this show.
No, look, man, if they enjoy it, I'm not hating on them.
That is so
Look at
cute.
them. Look how happy they look. I'm just saying, you know, they're fake fans, and you know, that thing is just.
I don't see anything Star Wars in the background. Like,
I say that about every single Lego ad that comes out because they never have anything in the background.
well, at least with the plants, though, the plants they have when they do the botanicals, they have them all laid out with all the other botanicals. So Lego can do it when they advertise.
They totally can do it. Yeah, for sure. I thought this thing was 100.
Oh, I don't know if it's in that.
Yikes!
Like,
How much is it?
130.
130.
Oh.
You know.
For the little teddy bear? I don't know about that.
I don't know, man. I know everybody thinks I'm gonna do like freak out, man. I don't know. Yeah, I've already said my piece about that. You know,
Yeah.
we're moving on.
That's not worth it.
It's $130. It's not that big either.
Oh,
But
yeah,
hey, you get a minifig. I don't know. It's like
because wait, where's my Chewbacca minifig?
Chewy. Dude, so here's some other news. So Lego Wicked, Glinda and Elphaba. Hope I said that right. Bookends officially announced. That's not really the news, though. The news is about the figs.
Those are, yeah, we have real figs.
I was hoping there was a shot of all of them together, but
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
Dude, look, I also agree. I really love these figs.
Yes.
I mean, dude, look at that hat. I don't think I've seen a wizard hat like that.
No, that's amazing.
And you got the hair mold too with it.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like this was made just for this set, honestly.
Yeah, because like the other Wicked ones, they had the friends. They didn't give us the real minifigs.
This outfit is awesome. You got the big green top hat. Good stuff. Got this print of Oz. I hope it's a print, not a sticker. Oh, it kind of looks like it might be a sticker, damn it. Yeah, I mean, but what do you think that they changed them to minifigs now instead of mini dolls for a particular reason?
Probably because I think with the other ones where they marketed as friends, like, what does that box look like compared?
Hold on, let me up here. See what a closer look. I hate the way they do that. But they're bookends.
Yeah. It might be because
you have an adult building it.
Oh yeah, because what's the age? Because the other ones were 9 plus.
Where's the front of the box? It's right here. 18 plus.
The age.
Oh,
interesting.
I wouldn't have guessed that was an 18 plus.
Right.
There was something that she was holding in her hand. What is that? I can't get him.
Oh, that's the wizard, the spell book.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, they're really nice. It's a nice bookend set. I like Lego stuff that is very practical as well.
Yeah.
And look, we'll dip in just to a real quick conversation about display stuff because that's the topic for today. This is a really awesome way to display stuff.
Oh yeah.
The whole point of being something you can use. I was hoping they'd show.
Oh, look right there. There you go.
Yeah. Like it's just something you can, it's not just about displaying it because you are displaying it. But it's got a practical use. You can actually use it. I just really like stuff like that. When, you know, like if there's a Lego cup that you can build that could be a pencil holder, or just I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but you know what I mean, like, or building a box you can put stuff in, or whatever. These bookends are really great ways to do that. And not only are they bookends, but again, look, you got a box, you can put your figs in there, but you can put anything in there.
That was similar to the villains one that I have. There's you can put
That's right, the villains.
Yeah.
No, this is good stuff. And here's the other thing about this. If you're a fan of Wizard of Oz, even if you haven't seen the musical or any of that stuff, like, this represents Wizard of Oz. Like, yes, if you look into it very much more closely, you can tell like it's from the movie and all that. But just if you just wanted to use it as a Wizard of Oz piece in general, you can do that. And I don't mean like just from like the classic Wizard of Oz movies, but even just from the books. Because a lot of people, and it's understandable, but a lot of people don't realize the books are vastly different than a lot of the stuff that was shown in the movies and everything.
Very.
But I will say, I think that this was closer to the books in some aspect than the past movies were, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, awesome stuff. Whoops, definitely good stuff. What else was there? I think there was something else right under here. All these pictures, or I think they're at the bottom of the page actually. Yeah, there we go. All right, a couple more things. Yeah, we saw that. So Speed Champions DeLorean.
Yes, getting that for sure.
Yeah. Now I've heard a lot of mixed feelings about this. Not necessarily just in a bad way, because I'm sure they're gonna make a really cool Speed Champions looking car for the DeLorean. Back to the Future. But some people were wondering about like why, they would do that into Speed Champions. Because even if they've tapped into IPs, they've still been, like a car, like a fast car, so to speak. I mean, I guess DeLorean would be a fast car. That's not, I guess that's not the point.
Push it to 88.
Right? But just the fact that it's more of like looked at more of kind of a time machine than anything. But there was the other one. Let me see here if it's on. Let's see, it's on Black Pearl. Hold on a minute. Because there was one. What they were doing, here it is, right here. Lightning McQueen from Cars. So, and again, I think this is interesting because technically it's obviously a fast car. It's Lightning McQueen, but it's it's a very interesting
cartoon.
Yeah. Here's one thing I'm wondering. When they put this car out, it'd be really awesome if they would do a printed windshield. Because look, it's a Speed Champion set. There's going to be a billion stickers for all the like this stuff on the car, but like, please give us a printed windshield for this. It would be perfect. So yeah, interesting stuff.
Like what qualifies a car to be a Speed Champion? That get that label versus because the Lightning McQueen that could have just been under Disney Lego.
Yeah, I mean, it's a speedy car. Ka-chow. So check this out. This arcade machine, $40.
Yes,
I want it. So
I'm gonna buy this. I have intentions of buying it.
Yeah,
and it opens up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Love it.
Which is cool. But I used to hang out at arcades all the time when I was younger. I wasted, I don't want to say I wasted because I had fun, but yeah, so many quarters going to the machines. Nothing really crazy that I know of about this fig. Nothing unique. This is a sticker,
Oh yeah,
so
all those
whatever, it's cool, but cool. It's for me, it's more of just about the arcade in general, the machine, the big machine. I think it'd just be something really awesome to have sitting in the background for a display.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's not big or anything, but look, it's big enough that you can put a minifig back in there. So I'm okay with the $40 price tag. Honestly, I'm not even going to beat up the price on this one. And I think we saw just about everything else. A lot of the Star Wars fans, you know, we've been talking about this thing is a $45 battle pack. And I know we're moving away further and further from price to piece count.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for 250 pieces, $45. That's pretty wild.
And then you get 7 figs.
Well, and here's the thing. I don't like even counting these as minifigs.
Yeah.
I mean, some people do, and I know Lego does, but I'm just like, yeah, whatever, Lego. You wouldn't count a big fig as a minifig, would you?
Right.
Right. But you'll want to charge us for that big fig price. Anyways, but even just as a whole, this just doesn't look that great for $45. I mean, and for us in America, once you slap tax on it, yeah, you're looking at $50. And I think it might have been Ryan that I saw. He brought up a really crazy point that, you know, when you think about it, if you just two of these, you're pushing $100.
Mm.
Yeah.
For just 2 of these.
No thanks.
And look, this is important to note. Like, as collectors, and we're all hardcore Lego fanatics and this and that, and you know, and we're sitting here talking about like, this is insane, right? How much more is going to be the breaking point before like the normies out there, the moms, the grandmas, you know what I mean, the grandparents, like buying the kids sets, and they're looking at this and like holy cow, that's a lot of money for just a little set. Because you got to think too, it's all about too when you're holding that box in your hand. Does it feel like it's almost $50 worth? What's that?
But I think too also is that for people, like for me, when I was a kid, I would only get Lego sets for like a birthday or a Christmas present. So if you're a parent or guardian or whatnot, buying a kid like a $50 set twice a year, they're not looking at it like that.
Yeah.
So
I know, but
thank you.
And I agree with that. I just wonder how much more they're going to raise the prices until, you know what I mean. It's the closest thing that I like to bring up is minifigs, the CMFs. You know, like when is it going to be? Where's going to be the breaking point for everybody with CMFs? Is it going to be $7, $8? Because they're going to keep raising the prices. You know, so it's going to be like where that line is that because a lot of people would be like, well, they're making $1,000 set. Yeah, but it's not going to be like mass production kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's not the same thing as like a $45 battle pack per se. What were we saying?
I don't see a breaking point. I think they're going to test their brand loyalty. I just think they're going to keep pushing that envelope, maybe until bankruptcy or something else again. I don't know. I don't see them stopping.
Right. And also the thing too is that a lot of people go to the Lego store for points, but if you go to like the other retailers, there's always going to be a yellow tag or a red tag on a lot of the Star Wars sets, like the $15, $20 ones. So if you can start putting the $20 together, and then you have more pieces than the $50 set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when kids are having the whole lineup of the whole army and whatnot. So then it's like, you can get what they have, like $10.
There was one more thing I saw on the Lego rumors. So I don't know how, exclusive sets related to Lego Masters show. I've digitized the instructions. You probably already know the production of Lego Masters program has been offering since 2021. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I guess that's old news, but yeah, I've seen some good comments out there. Also, Rapture Raccoon in the house. What's going on? Lego's trying to price out kids from buying. They just want the AFOL money.
I think they want both.
They want both.
I mean, yeah, definitely want both, but they're trying very hard to get any adult, any graphic, age graphic they can, which is not difficult in a way, because for a lot of us, and they're still around, but for a lot of us growing up, something a lot of families would do, you know what I mean, together and stuff, either besides board games or stuff like that, would be puzzles. We'd put puzzles together. It's just been like a stable thing, in the background for who knows, centuries. So yeah, anybody can have fun building a Lego set, no matter what, or therapeutic or whatever the case may be. But obviously it's way beyond that. It's way beyond that. And to a point, I totally understand. It's a business. They have a product, consumerism, capitalism. I get all that. But Lego, as we all know, has the premium slap to their name. It's why they have so many other, like we were talking about, Lego stores. Like no other toy company does that.
So I wonder if they took off too because there's no Toys R Us. I mean, well, they're coming back, so it's like how would that look if Toys R Us was still?
Not really. They're coming back, but not really.
Yeah, they're in Macy's.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Stickler, what's going on? Good to see you. I can't remember if I said good morning to Bricks of the Deads. What's going on? Just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Pingle says hat with hair piece was used on the mini doll wig. Oh, interesting. So they took it from the mini doll and slapped it on the mini fig. What a key. What's going on? I don't mind Ewoks, but it does look like he's bursting to have to pee. Yeah. Somebody said, got a pee walk. I think that was what they said. It was great. I was liking that one a lot. Bricklock, what's going on, Mr. Lincoln? It's good to see you, my friend.
Hey.
Hope you're doing well. Optimic Prime unpopular opinion, Lego is hard into F1. Oh, I don't know if it's unpopular or not. But I completely wholeheartedly agree with you, Rapture. I mean, look, even if it was kind of popular, I'm like, chill, Lego. Like, chill out. Go ahead, make a little theme out of it and stuff. Like, look, the thing that took the cake for me was the whole CMF one. Like, those are the lamest things I've ever seen in my life. And I just can't believe they're trying to apply that to the CMF line. Because, again, like I was saying, I've been very vocal about it. I don't like the whole blind bag deal.
Yeah.
But at least back in the day, you yourself could feel the bags out, or the Lego stores, bless the employees' hearts, they would do it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Man, those were the days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is serious customer service.
Now you can scan.
Yeah. Honestly,
the scans are working out okay, I guess.
I've paid like $2 more for the CMF at a BAM store. They did all the work. They opened it up. I'll pay $2 extra for you to do that. I'm not going to sit up there, scan, do all that stuff. That's
the feeling is the fun part.
Well, you can't do it anymore. They're in the cardboard boxes.
Oh yeah, but when you could, that was fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I did that for the Disney 100. I think that was one of the last ones. They did.
I think you're right.
Going to the store. No, actually, I bought 2 boxes from them. Just like which one I got.
Yeah, I'm filling up days.
What's going on, Christo? How you doing, man? Been seeing some beautiful shots of different places you've been going over and visiting and hanging out, and yeah, good stuff, man. I just, it's nice to see. I love it when people go to places and they really show off, the environment, the view, all that stuff. Because sometimes, man, it's just breathtaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes me want to stop being an introvert for a little bit and go someplace. Rapture's unpopular opinion. What's that?
Oh no, I'm saying there's Brick Fest Japan going on, and I've been loving watching those.
Japan is interesting because it's kind of split into two, where there's the whole neon city kind of stuff going on, but then you can go into the mountains and it's just, again, breathtaking up there. Rapture says, unpopular opinion, I hope to see Lego stumble and stretch too thin with high prices and eventually go bankrupt. Yeah, I mean, I know that might sound like a mean thing to say, but I can tell you this much. I think Lego needs to kind of learn a lesson. I think they need to kind of be put in their place. I think they need to be humbled a little bit because, look, there's always, again, two sides to stuff. And sometimes both things can be right. So I always praise Lego when they do awesome stuff, whether it's for children, trying to be more open and inclusive. I think, some places they have my opinion, a little bit of a learning curve on some stuff, but you can tell they're trying. They've done a good job. So they do a lot of good things, but at the same time, I am not hesitant to say, like, they are some greedy MFers, man.
Yep.
They will jack up their prices and find all kinds of different ways to justify it. Just like, and again, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to go on a rant on Good Morning Brick World, but I think there's a lot of things they do, and it really is a slap into the face of a lot of loyal customers. Like, there's some stuff, yeah, they do awesome. You can look at the two sides of the coin about, like, gift of purchases. Yeah, you go buy something and they're like, here's a gift of purchase, but they know what they're doing. Do you think they're really giving us a gift of purchase because they really love us? I think in the beginning it was more about that.
Oh yeah.
But I think now it's a total marketing thing. They know a lot of us will come flock to get stuff or quadruple VIP points, or the way they do the insider thing where you have to buy something, then like you can't just go and spend your insider points and just get something. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that they've done.
Get certain GWPs with the certain set, all that stuff on before.
Right.
Before you were able, you had nice Lego store employees where it's like, oh, I didn't qualify for that set here.
Right.
The box. No, they don't do that.
And I know a lot of people definitely disagree with me about this, but I'm sorry. The whole environmental thing is really a cop-out, in my opinion, for them to just have cheaper materials. It's a lot cheaper in shipping and production cost to make PAB boxes instead of PAB cups, or the PAB minifig boxes instead of them. Remember when we used to have the plastic thing with you put 3 different figs in it and they would pick them out for us? That way I didn't have to dig through a bunch of stuff. I would just grab the ones. Again, extremely good customer service. They would do that. Yes. So and again, I brought up how, like, they all say all this stuff about the environment and do that stuff, but then they make 10 life-size F1 cars out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, probably 1 million bricks or so between all of them. And those are just those 10 cars. Not to mention the life size, everything else they do in Lego, which is wonderful and really awesome to look at. I don't dismiss that, but it's just like, you're talking about the environment, but then you just throw Lego to the wind to build all this really awesome stuff. And then how much does that factor into how much you're charging for your products? Because millions and millions of bricks, even if you're your own bricks and you don't have to pay retail costs, it still costs money. And then you got to pay people to build the stuff and then ship it and everything else that you got to do with it. Like, does that take into consideration for how much you charge for your product? There's a lot of different aspects to this. You know what I mean? It's not just like Lego charge a lot of money, but it's like there's a lot of different things, and some stuff is justifiable. I understand production costs and stuff go up and whatever. But I brought up about how, like, remember a couple years ago when they jacked up the prices even into double digits, and it was because of inflation that got jacked up to whatever 8% 9%. Well, when inflation went back down into like 2%, Lego wasn't like, our loyal customers, you supported us, you buy all our Lego, inflation went back down, we're going to pull back and adjust to those prices to be fair to all of you guys. Hell no, they ain't doing that. You know what I mean?
Let's not forget the whole, I haven't gotten any box that has the cardboard. I still have a whole bunch of plastic bags.
Right.
I got my first paper bag. So it was a mix. So I was opening it. I got this one.
I haven't seen any of them yet, though.
But yeah, see, like Hive said, you can see through it. It's very transparent. It's
well, that's good. At least you can kind of see through it. You know what I mean?
Right. But
like, that was one of my biggest gripes about it. It was like, because sometimes a piece stays in the bag and you forget about it, and
in the clear bag. But then also too is that, what was it? I'm not sure how many people know this, but about 25 years ago, a ship with Lego pieces did sink.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. They said pieces are still washing up.
Yeah, like 5 million pieces, because it was like a whole bunch of cargo stuff. So it's like, why are you now, like 20 years later? Like, I wasn't born yet, but I'm just a little but why 20 something years later now you want to be somewhat like good for the world and and then using it for
and it's a
4,000 pieces.
and it's again, this is a much broader discussion. You know what I mean? Because we can get into them making the plant-based pieces and stuff, which is still kind of weird. You know what I mean? Because you're still taking plants and making Lego out of it, like
Right.
instead of oil, you're making plants. Yeah. So I don't know. It's like I said, it's a very big discussion, and it's not. Look, this is me nitpicking and being ridiculous about stuff, but it's just also me trying to make sure that our minds are open to there's a much bigger thing going on sometimes. And Lego, they like to make money. That's fine. But they definitely push the boundaries because they want to make more money.
I will say, though, they have been doing a good job with reusing the same pieces. Like a basic example, like frogs. They use the frogs for so many different things. So give them their props there, not to just completely rag on them, but they are using the different ones. So even in a lot of the sets in the booklets, they'll say, "Oh, we use this piece was used for this set. You can find this in here. We used it for a dinosaur. Now it's a flower." They do that a lot with the plants, like the bananas. With the flower, so.
Yeah, there's definitely. Dude, one of the best ways that I like to actually recycle is just to use stuff over again. Bags and boxes, and you get a box, something shipped to you, and then I save it, and then I use it to ship like a giveaway or something like that. You know what I mean? Like just to keep reusing something. I think sometimes the best way to do it. But real quick, I saw Brick Adjuster out there. Good morning to you guys. How y'all doing? Definitely go watch Full of Brick podcast on Friday nights. Good stuff. They always have a lot of good guests and a lot of great interviews. I said hi to Stud City out there. I hope you're doing well. Hope I didn't miss anybody. Brick says, I miss feeling the bags and feeling that specific piece to know which fig you're getting. I ain't gonna lie. For a lot of us, that was kind of a big deal in a way, man. That excitement, that rush.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Part of the hobby.
It's still
And some people were good at it, man. Some people were really good at it. Get cooped out there. What's going on? Get cooped. It's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see, bro. Didn't they say Pab cups were not increasing in price? They did. Remember, they did increase them before they got rid of them.
Yeah.
And wait a minute. So look, again, I'm not going to go on a tyrant, but just everybody help me out. Maybe somebody might know off the top of their head or whatever. Did the price go down since they started using the boxes?
No.
Because remember, instead of plastic cups, it's cardboard, so that's cheaper. Shipping, you get to flatten the boxes. That's a heck of a lot better in shipping costs. Like there's obviously cost saving aspects to all this.
I got Pab yesterday. It was $17 for the large box, $9.99 for the small box.
Because again,
I think it was.
I know. Well, go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Stud City when they first came out. I think they did a comparison on how many pieces you could put in the box versus the cup. I don't remember which one it was. I don't know if Stud is still in here.
So that's something I brought up as well, because man, big kudos to people that will literally sit there in front of the pad wall or whatever and sit there and stack them all. But I ain't got time for that, man. I don't mess around with that. I try to a little bit. Like I'll shake it, like try to get it to straighten up. But me saving, I don't know how much change you're saving, you know what I mean, by not being able to put an extra 20 pieces in there or something like that. I don't know. And look, again, big kudos to people that have the time and patience to do that, but I just don't. So I didn't really care about that. And I like the Pab cups anyways.
You could reuse them.
It was cool. You stack them, you know what I mean? You fill them up with different parts. You can see through them, so you can see all the different colors or pieces you got in there. It was just one of those staple things. You guys, there's so many staple things we just don't have anymore, man.
No.
Remember the calendars we used to get? I always like think about the calendars.
Because you could plan your spending based on the GWPs.
Yeah,
I know I'm whining everybody. I'm sorry. Cable City Brick House. So what is going on? The F1 deal was a partnership with F1 to promote the sport. And hey, look, they're doing a good job promoting the sport. Because who would have thought, me being a Lego collector, that's where I was going to see nonstop F1 stuff. Not to mention they got that movie that came out too. Lego actually made money on those life-size F1 cars. The cost won't even be a blip on the F1 marketing budget. Well,
I can see that.
isn't that something? Look at
Exactly.
Lego.
Sponsor stickers on that, so sponsor.
All right.
That's a lot of
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Pab cups too. They're great for storage.
They are. They're awesome for storage, but I get it. Good morning, Brick World. What's up, London Bridge Bricks in the house? How are you doing?
fun.
Let's see. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Stud Sidious, man. What is going on? What's going on? Honestly, I missed the Pab jugs. Jugs.
Jargon, I think. I think that's the
know,
jargon you were talking about.
I have such a guttered mind. I just don't think of. I'm sorry. That's why I call them cups. Smokey says I would gladly stand there and get double or triple the value of a large pad box. One of the boxes I got at Brick World had pieces almost $65. Actually, Brick Lover Brad was one of the best people I saw showing the value you can get out of if you really did stack all the pieces. Because look, you guys, again, most of the stuff I say is ridiculous. It's nonsense, but people who know, because it adds up, especially if you have like a Bricklink store or something like that and you're reselling the pieces and all that, or if you are reusing them and you'd rather not spend that much money on Bricklink or whatever buying them. So it makes sense. You
don't want to buy a set just for a couple of pieces.
Wait, Brick Hive just has just a point. Oh, Brick Hive just a point. Shame they didn't make a Brad Pitt minifigure to reflect the movie. I mean, I'll be okay with a Brad Pitt fig. Just saying. He's been in a lot of movies I like. I was just watching Fight Club the other day. Good stuff.
Tell us
what's going on, Clever Pig? It's good to see you. All right, let's do our celebrations and then start talking about some displays. Celebrate. Here we go. I always like that. But yes, happy birthday. I hope your birthdays were magical. Good stuff.
We'll be there next week, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have quite a few birthdays coming up this month as well.
Jay and I are just talking about ourselves, right?
Hey, that's okay. It's all right. Talks about yourselves. It's all good.
It's about Jay and I right now.
Right.
No, but we're in good company.
Yeah, it's a good month. Sorry, I thought I heard something.
Yeah, we're 2 days apart, right? Yeah, we're 2 days apart.
You're the 14th. I'm 16th.
2 days apart.
Sorry, I'm losing my mind. Fall equinox in the house.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Hope you're well. Let's see here. Sidious says, Leonard Rubricks, I took a break. Oh, it's a long break, yeah. But yeah, glad to see you back, Sidious. Glad to see you healing up. So the topic for today is displaying, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of different directions to go with this whole thing. And you can't exclude normies out of this conversation. Because a normie would maybe buy a botanical set and put it like on their office desk or something, you know what I mean? Or maybe a comic book fan really liked that Spider-Man mosaic or whatever, or that Batman mosaic and bought it just to hang on their wall, but that's probably all they bought, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people out there that don't collect Lego aren't going to buy a set for minifigs. They might not even care about minifigs. I know when I got back into Lego on my dark ages, I cared nothing about minifigs at first. All I was about was Star Wars ships. That was my thing. So you can't exclude normies with the whole displaying aspect, but we're not going to talk much about them because we're focusing more about us, heavy collectors. So let's talk about first space. That is something I'm always fascinated with collectors, because I'm fortunate enough, and I'm sure it's a smaller percentage of AFOLs or TFOLs for that matter, that has an insane huge amount of space. Which I will say this: if you have good enough income coming in, having this amount of space is kind of dangerous, because you keep wanting to fill it up. And I have almost pretty much reached my limit of how much I can do. So let's go. We'll go first to Brick Hive and then go down to Jay, talking about like your space, like as far as like how much space you have, what you're working with, and then we'll get into more detailed stuff about it in a minute. So what do you got to say?
My Lego studio, I have roughly 1,500 square feet. And this is the only part, like from up here to here is the only part I show, because it's all completely trashed with Lego. It's not good. But even like Hive said, even with the displays, when you have space, like my display is a mess. There was a company that reached out to me. These are my cars. Like they're here, they're everywhere. So they were like, hey, we'll give you a display for these. And I just need to build it. But I think even with displays, there's a display in a display. Like up here are the brickheads on like the acrylic shelves and stuff. I don't know. Displaying is really an art. Like he's not on here, but I think Mamba has a beautiful display. I love Jay's in the back. One of the things that I like about displaying, and then I'll be done, is it's like a fingerprint. Nobody displays the same. Sometimes, because people are like, oh, you just look at the same pictures of the same posts. People display it differently. That's why we like looking at the same pictures. It's like nobody displays it like, okay, you know, artists for everyone behind Jay. Okay, mine are on the floor. One is here. Everybody displays it differently. And that's one thing that I absolutely love about the community. You can build it, but everybody displays differently.
Yeah. It's been talked before amongst different creators about how great a show it would be to be able to go around and show off different people's Lego space. Like that'd just be a great series for a channel. Like if you could do it. I mean, and some people you're close enough to, you could probably just drive. But yeah, I mean, the best way to do something like that would be almost in a way, kind of like how Shy does, like sitting on a stoop. Hey, speaking of Shy, what's up, Shy? So funny. I just mentioned his name. There he is. But like he tries to, and I'm speaking for him, but I think I've heard him say like he tries to do what he can, as many as he can in a certain time and space. Like if he goes to like a certain city, if there's different creators there, he'll try and get them all at once that he can. You know what I mean? So I would imagine like if you're going to show off like Lego rooms and stuff, like let's say you went to Maryland, you could reach out to me. You could reach out to BrickBabe. You know, Smokey. You know, we got a couple.
Only ones, see this
whiskey. You know, Hoarder 66 and Christine. Like, there's a bunch of us around. Like, if you know, you'd say like, hey, can I get permission? You know, I'm going to be there for like this amount of time. Can I go in and film in your room and blah blah blah. So it would be a good series. You know, you just have to kind of plan it out right. I thought I saw somebody else there. Oh, Craig, since I like the car crash display, babe. Yeah, it's hard.
Right. It's
but
rough.
Shy, it's good to see you, my friend.
Everything's
I hope you're doing well. Saw the little one had a birthday. We would have said something about it, but you know, it's personal family stuff, so we don't, unless it's like known. You know what I mean? We don't like to share certain things. So, but no, happy birthday to the little one. Hope it was a good one. Let's see what else we got here. Oh my gosh, London Bridge Bricks member for 43 months. Thank you. I appreciate you so much, Greg. Let's just, I don't know which one to do. We'll do another donation clip. Gosh, I just don't know which one to do. You know what?
He needs a Superman one. You got to get one.
I know. I need to make a Superman one. He's got a good Superman one. He's got a Superman one, but then there's an alternate version of that Superman one where he's Superman and I'm the lady that he's saving. It's great. It's great. It's classic. But Tron, there's a Tron 3 coming out. So I'm going to play a classic Tron donation clip just for being an awesome member for so long. So thank you, Greg. I appreciate you, my friend.
Taking him into the maze.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I can't wait for that new Tron movie. I'm very interested to see where that's going to go, Greg. Because yeah, it's something we haven't had where now the digital stuff comes to the real world. So we'll definitely see how that goes. I will say, man, when they're on the freeway or whatever, and they kicked on the wall or whatever for the light cycles, and it split that cop car in half, that was really good stuff. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Good stuff. Oh yeah. So displays. Jay, what about you?
So I purposely limit my display space. So with that, like I don't have a Lego room. With that. So this corner that I have, so like what I did around my TV, I have on both sides. I have these IKEA keys with that. So it's kind of like a wall unit. I switch these out when I build them, and then I have also I think this is also an IKEA. I have like IKEA bookcase, so I switch these out too. I just rotate out the
Bender. I love the bender. Why am I shiny metal ass?
Yes, that, you know, I kept the other stuff a little more appropriate. I put it in his stomach.
Now, can I say something about your display for a second? Because I think it's really interesting. Because clearly, my stuff is like blah, 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 like there's just tons of stuff, and then same thing with Brick Babe. You know, what I mean, she doesn't have as much as I do back here. You know what I mean? But yeah, a lot of stuff going on. You're very minimal, but I think that works out really. What's that?
I have stuff over on the other side underneath my TV that you can't see, but it is still minimal. Like I have actually.
It looks good.
Where'd
you go, Jay?
There you go. So I have.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Oh yeah. There you go.
So
Brickhead's going on. Yeah. You got a lot of mixture, a whole lot of randomness. That's really rad.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's how I have that set up there. But other than that, this is my only display set. Like I have my T-Rex over in the corner over there.
Right.
But
other than that, that's it.
No, it's good stuff.
Now, can I ask a question? Because I have 5 cats over here. I know you have Pookie. Yeah. I can't, like, these cats, they like Lego. So what do I do?
So, I think because I used to have dogs, all the with that, I think she can sense like the alpha in me that's like don't mess with things. The only time she crawled up here is when I was moving things around, so I had a table where it was easy for her to just jump up here. So I have like a picture of her in the box in there. She doesn't mess with them. The one time that she did mess with something was when I was building the Nintendo set, the little cord for the controller. She chewed that cord. Other than that, she doesn't mess with them. That'll be
the only thing I gotta worry about is because when Xana comes down here, she doesn't like really mess with the Lego. Once in a while, for some reason, she'll find a piece or something on the floor and decide to chew it. But I gotta worry about her tail. Because when she walks through here, man, she'll knock one of these UCS sets, like, and I'm like, whoa. But no, yours, look, again, going back to your display, is very, very interesting because you've done something that I think is really awesome in a couple different ways. One, you definitely got the like your kind of vibe, like that describes, your personality per se, kind of who you are, your background, that kind of stuff, in different ways. Whether it's, the dancing stuff or just some nerdy stuff that you're into that you represent. But you've got it again in a kind of a minimalistic way, but it's just right. And I feel like for a lot of people, and again, this is probably a personality thing. Some people like me, I just like to put a lot of stuff back here. I'll change it around, but the more stuff I get to a point where I can't put anymore, I'm like, that's too much. It's because it starts to get to be cluttery. And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people are more on the side of like less is almost more, and it really does show. Also, you having a corner space for those that are limited on space, a corner space is really helpful.
Yeah, so and that's the thing too for me, because this wasn't originally going to be my building space. Like on the wall across from me, I was going to use that wall, so I have the Galaxy, the star, that one. So I also put glow in the dark stars up there with that, like with the different constellations and everything. But that I try to keep it over here in this area, because I know with that. So that's also what kept it where
Mm.
I take things down. Like before I had the Atari set, I had the Pyramid Keys, and then before that, well, and then in the midst of that, I had the T-Rex, the live
Mm.
T-Rex. So that one's up in the corner. You can kind of see it, but then it's like, all right, what set do I take apart? Or and I've had the Pharrell set that one up. So what I do, I'll halfway take them apart. I'll vacuum seal 'em so the pieces don't shake, or I'll spray them with the brick shield, put them up, rotate them back out. So like I think this is the longest I've had to play up. Because what I'm gonna do with these is I'm looking for the frame for them. I'm actually gonna put these on my front door with that. So just gotta move it around, and then I just got the Mona Lisa set. So I purposely buy sets that I like that are also like I said, functional in a minimalistic way. So
Got it.
sometimes this is going to be gone, and so this goes all fucking out. So that the up out, I'm gonna have that one hanging up. Just like rotate around. I like that. It does.
Is it
fit me?
Is it me or is Jay's mic going in and out?
Your mic is going in and out, Jay.
Okay.
You-
I was
you
like,
know-
I don't have a hearing aid yet, but I was like,
No,
I'm getting older, so I didn't know.
I
If
think-
my-
or not.
thought of something. I'm sorry.
No,
I
because
thought of something that makes me a little different as well.
Yeah.
So my city is in front of me, but I share a space with another streamer.
yes,
So she's not here, but oh well. So so you got my space that is this way, and Mo has an identical space, which is right there. It's literally the same as mine. It's identical, so we're right next to each other. But you know, it's like an L. Mo here, I'm here.
Yeah. Let's see real quick. I wanted to check a couple things. Pinguel says my dogs don't care for Lego, chew to piece when puppies, but my larger dog's tail can just wreck stuff when he gets too excited. Yeah, definitely gotta be careful. Glad my dog is afraid of Lego bins. Just got rid of the cats, and that's one less mouth to feed.
The HVAC.
Let's see. I saw somebody. Camel City Brick House brings up a really interesting question. Do you display as a flex or as decoration? Look, I'll start by saying,
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to say that I like to flex, but it's not. I hope everybody believes this. It's not in a way of like showing off, like, oh, look what you don't have, because I've even poked fun about how like a lot of us, and myself included, we're all like, hey, look what you don't have. You know what I mean? But it's also about like, it's like sharing, like when we were kids, like you get a new toy or something, and maybe you got the same toy, but you share that love, you look at it, you know what I mean? Now I will tell you, as far as the sharing display stuff goes, I appreciate mocks more. I know they're two totally different things, aspects, and all that, but I mean, because a mock is something completely different, man. I mean, that literally just came from somebody's imagination. That's like a piece of, like, literally like a piece of artwork. So I appreciate those as far as the display flex kind of thing more. Yeah, I mean, but it's also decoration because it's what we collect.
Yeah, I think for me, it's both decoration and a flex, but my flex is different because people that come over, like with my non-Lego friends, are like, whoa, how did you build that? Like, they couldn't fathom. So it's a flex in a way where, yeah, my brain can work that way, but I have the patience for it. You don't. So hey, I'll build it for you. And you can act like you did it or not, but mainly, like I said, it's decoration too. But that's also how I keep myself from not overdoing it. Don't get me wrong, I do have some sets that I will probably never build because I know, for me, my personality, it will create the chaos of building, displaying. So that's my whole thing for that, with the keeping it decoration and just keeping it controlled with that. And also, when I move, I'm not trying to take all these things down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
Preach.
a good point, man. Because the last move I did was insane, and I can't imagine what it'd be like now. What about you, Lenny? I mean, is it more of a display flex, both?
It's both. I guess it could be right now. It's just complete clutter. The only flex I really had, I think, was my up house that was on the acrylic, and I took it off to show it, and I haven't put it back on. But I don't think I really have any. I think this is the only like flex, like the Brick Babe, and that's not even Lego.
No, your flex is your mosaics. That's your flex.
Well,
Yeah,
those
it's a
are
good
on the
flex.
floor, all over the place. Like I literally have. I still have my Christmas one.
Brick Mama brings up a good, interesting aspect of this conversation. It says, I'm running out of space in my Lego room. I'm going to have to go in the living room. Now, that's the one thing I will tell you about Mrs. Hive.
Awesome.
She's a big supporter, but yeah, it stays down here. Now, I'm not saying like a botanical set maybe couldn't go up there or something like that, you know what I mean? Or maybe even a mosaic if it's something that, you know, who knows, man? Maybe she wouldn't mind a Wonder Woman mosaic like in her office, you know, or something like that. But no, it's got to stay down here. But for her, you know, I have this insane amount of space. So in her eyes, she's like, well, you know, if he starts running out of space, then then we got a problem. And I know what she's gonna be. She's gonna be like, that's a you problem, and you're gonna have to fix it. So you're gonna have to sell some Lego or do something. Anyways, but yeah, do you guys have that issue though? As far as I feel like people with smaller amount of space would have that issue way more than I would.
Because I've also seen people, Dave, I think Marissa, she has like a closet where she would do a whole bunch. She would have her botanicals because she does a lot of botanicals. So it's like with that and just showing different, like I think someone mentioned Tone. Yeah, Tone, his
wall. I asked him, was the wall like reinforced? Was the wall supported?
Yeah.
And the ceiling. Don't forget he has the ceiling.
Yeah, he has the stuff hanging from the ceiling on like fish line and stuff like that. And then I think Mamba also does Mamba switches out too.
But they do it as a team. It's a husband-wife team with their displays, which is so cool. But he's not here, and I keep teasing him about this. And let me know honestly, Andrew, he is not here. Did anybody know that Andrew has 7 tables behind him, a whole city? Did anybody know that?
Wait, it's like
kinda. I didn't. I don't think I realized how massive it was. But
basement.
Yeah. I didn't realize how much Brick Mamba had.
Mamba has a vault.
Yes, like that. I thought the first time I saw it, I thought it was some special effects thing or something, or you know, like a background or something. You know what I mean? And then like the second time I saw it, I was like, dude, that's real.
Mamba had a whole city in an office. Mamba City was so huge, it took up like a whole office area. Mamba had like 20 tables. It was in an office on public display. So when he took it down, he had to get a huge storage bin just to store it. But yeah, Mamba is no joke.
So I got to tell you, speaking of Greg, because Greg's out there, I still say probably one of the craziest videos Greg can make is his backlog vault type video, man. Because for years, we've always joked around about like his backlog. It's like a mystery. Like nobody knows what it looks like or how much he's got in there, but we know he's got to have a lot of stuff in there, right? Because I got a lot of stuff, and I know Greg probably got way more than me, and I sold a lot of stuff, still got a lot of stuff. But like that would be an amazing video to see his backlog. But yeah, it's a secret squirrel. It's secret squirrel. But yeah, so space is a big thing, no doubt. Now there's, like I said, different stuff I wanted to get into. It doesn't look like we're gonna have enough time, but let's get into one more thing if we can, maybe more. It depends. Do you guys have anything valuable that you display at all?
That's relative. Other than retired funds?
No, it's literal, like the price.
No.
I'm sorry, I should have been more clear. I mean, I don't mean like valuable to your heart kind of thing. I mean like something expensive.
I think the most valuable thing the most expensive set I have is the bugle, but I don't know about value. Like, I don't know. So
I mean, so like for me, mainly,
what do you say is valuable? Like,
well, for me, it'd probably be a couple of different minifigs. So for instance, in these cases back here, I got some fairly valuable ones. You can't see it; it's off to the side, but I have like one of those cases you put like a signed baseball in or something like that.
Mhm.
I've got Darth Revan in there, you know what I mean? So a lot of the Star Wars fans, they know how much Darth Revan's worth. I've got another one, the Mouth of Sauron. That was like the last one I got out of the Lord of the Rings sets. So a few of them I keep for kind of sentimental reasons because I really love the character or something like that. But also they're expensive. So those aren't ones that I just leave out in the open to get dust on and everything.
Yeah, I don't really have. This isn't that valuable.
That's a good point. That's what I mean. Is like something. It doesn't have to be super expensive. Just something a little more that costs maybe a little bit more. You know.
I got a bunch of these cases. When you talk about displays, I got a bunch of these.
I need some of those.
Yeah. So those are really good to display. Yeah, like it's more expensive figs, stuff like that. Some people have been kind of going the extra mile, which kind of puff girls. Some people have been going the extra mile with glass. That's a big thing. That's kind of what I wanted to lead into. I bought a new one at Brick World. It's sitting over there somewhere.
It's glass,
like acrylic. So I guess you can probably see if I go over here. So you can see like this one is my Box of Boys case. But a lot of people are going with acrylic display cases and stuff as well, because it eliminates dust. First of all, that's the biggest part of it. But
this cube, I specifically got it from IKEA because you can put there's a door that you can put on. Like I took the door off because dust doesn't really get in there. But that's the thing. And like right now, thanks to the wonderful Hive, I have all of these minifigs. And put them. I'm working on putting them in a picture frame for that with the acrylic to keep the dust.
Well, and so here's something also as far as the minifig kind of thing goes, is there's the sigfig stuff. A lot of people have sigfigs and they have display cases for sigfigs. Mine, unfortunately, are basically all out in the city because of the intro I do every week. But yeah, see,
these are all the ones that I just got from.
That's a nice case too. Holy cow!
Oh, thanks. My partner got it for me. I forgot the boxes. It's something.
Oh, that's wooden too. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, that is really nice.
With that, and then
just showing us that, Jay. We talking about displaying. You got this nice case.
I forgot about it.
Oh, by the way,
I'm like, FYI.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw. Pickle said the smooth hair Leia, both Hoth and New Hope, Queen Amidala, which is a white whale for a lot of collectors. I mean, I wanted that one too. At Bricks and Minifigs, man, they had a really awesome Queen Amidala one.
That's what I was about to say. They have really cool cases.
Yeah, but it was like $120 or something. Cloud City, Lando, Chrome Trooper, Revan, Rebel, Strong Fig. Yeah, Pig that's hardcore Star Wars fig, no doubt.
And I'm wondering, when it comes to valuable things, did people buy them knowing they're going to be valuable, or did it just happen? Like I stumbled upon a Seinfeld set for dirt cheap. I don't know, the resale value of it was $300 now, so it's in the closet. So it's just kind of like, did you buy it knowing it was going to be expensive, or just
so some IPs they've done there's a lot of IPs they've done that have really tried to hit the nostalgia in my heart, you know what I mean? But some of them have worked. Like they hook, line, and sinker. So like the Tron set that came out, whatever now, several years ago, I can't remember. I bought that immediately because of how bad I wanted it, thinking it might have gone up, but if it did, it doesn't matter because I didn't have enough money at the time to buy two of them, and I knew I was going to open it. So, I think it depends on my mindset. That Prince minifig, the custom one from
that's a good one.
Citizen Brick. Like that's one that half of me kind of wanted to keep it sealed, but I'm like, why? I didn't buy that to resell it. I bought it because I wanted it like in the intro and stuff like that or whatever, or in a minifig case. But like, this part of me had a hard time like ripping it open, because I'm like, to decrease the value of it if I wanted everyone to resell it.
With the value in boxes, what do you do with the Lego box? Do you keep it?
Crash them.
That's a good question because I was talking about box art. And I was complaining about how like the ECS sets have like this X-wing back here, how it's just like black space behind it. And it's like it doesn't have like really beautiful artwork like they used to. And someone brought up like, "Well, what are you gonna keep them?" And I don't think it's necessarily about that. Some people might tear it out and frame it or just keep the boxes or whatever. But I think it's just more about the premium experience of having like this really awesome picture to look at, you know, and you could admire the thing before even opening up for the actual product, you know.
See, I think what Lego should start doing is on the inside of the box, since you know there's that new way how you have to open it if you want to like build it. If on the inside of the box they have that background display. So like I see a lot of people, they'll buy, especially for the F1 series, they have those backgrounds like the hyper speed where it's hanging on the wall. So if Lego did that, that would help. So then you put it in the background, you won't have to do whatever. You don't have a city.
By the way, Lumberjack, what's going on? Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Stickler says I have a couple hundred custom minifigures and ordered cases finally. Can't wait to put them together and display my So real quick, I know we're using time here, but I'm going to be doing a completely different backdrop here soon. I'm trying to move stuff around. I've actually decided, because I called my minifigure wall, but now I'm going to start taking some of those cases and putting them like outside in the hallway or coming down the steps, just kind of spreading around out there. But yeah, minifig cases are a good thing to have if you got a lot of them. Speaking of which, I noticed Shy goes, all my expensive figs are in Ziploc bags and pins. I keep everyone's sig figs in my acrylic cases. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Like, do you keep them to display them? I'm talking about your expensive figs. You keep them to resell them? You keep them just to store them in a bin? I mean, there's a lot of different stuff going on. That's why we wanted to talk about displays. Most of my most personally Lego stuff is on a shelf. It's filled with friends, sig figs, tokens from shows, 2 custom builds from Simon. Figs are nice, but custom builds by cool people are the most valuable. Yeah, and I want to say something, like, I won't say names again because I don't want people to think the wrong thing about this person. But there was one person at Brick World that displayed something really awesome this year, and they said about how like it's getting awards is awesome. You know what I mean? Like, of course, anybody likes to get an award, but it's really meaningful when people leave the tokens. You know, because it's like something they created or paid for or whatever, and they left that, you know, that little thing next to your display. And yeah, I totally understand. Real quick, mine says I just found the empty box for 7153 Django Slave 1 from 2002. Apparently, it's worth over $100 just for the box. Wow. Okay. Maybe I should keep my box. That's crazy. All right. Before we do leave, we're going to go around the panel real quick, but I just wanted to say, you guys, if you are looking for clearance deals and all that stuff, definitely go check out your Walmarts and Targets. They're both those stores. Even Target, my boss, he messaged me and was like, "Yo, they got like 50% off on some stuff." So definitely go check out that stuff if you're hunting for things for good deals. All right. Round the table here, Brick Babe, you got anything you want to shout out, promote, talk about for a sec?
No. Just check the content this week. Just all kinds of stuff coming out. That's it. That's it.
Right on. Chitty, what about you?
Yes, somebody asked me about my bottle. Yes, I think it's worth it. Hyde loves it too. So
yeah, I'm a fan. It helps. Look, if you need to stay hydrated and keep drinking water, it definitely helps. Yeah. So also, Rapture. It says, who was it that displayed their sets by breaking it out of the box? It comes in genius. But you know what? It makes me funny because I still haven't built the X-Wing. I've just been displaying it inside the box on my shelf for I don't know how long now, man. All right. Jay, what about you? Got anything you want to shout out, promote?
Let's see. Well, you guys kind of saw it a little bit on there. In a few weeks, I am going to Panama.
Wait, what was I going to show you? Show it?
So I'm gonna go to Panama. It's the student study abroad trip. It's called put on by Global Glimpse. So the end of the month. So there's gonna be a lot of content there. What I'm gonna do is bring a couple of sets for the kids because it's an educational trip to learn about Panama Canal. Go there, do some local stuff like reforestation, different things there. So I'll be doing that. But still, in the downtime, I'm gonna push Lego on kids and see if they want to build different things, especially because I know like what I'm still doing at the school. A lot of kids, they just think, which rightfully so, Lego is expensive. It can be, but if you find the right sets like the poly bags, it opens up that and still working on them with building different things in studio and stuff like that. So that's summer is about our birthday and the kids.
Right on. Yeah. Excellent. Good stuff. But yeah. Anyways, that is about it. As far as I go, you know, you can always catch Pure and Fury Fridays at midnight, Good Morning Brick Rolls, and Sunday mornings. And yeah, you know, I got other random videos that I'll be coming out eventually. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead and play the new Good Morning Brick Roll intro. It was the one thing that did render before stuff froze up. So here we go. New Good Morning Brick Roll intro. I mean outro. I'm sorry. I said intro. So yep. See you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out with us. We love you. Peace out.